Hi there, my name is Elizabeth Schofield and I explored in my research about the cane toad invasion and the impact it has upon the Australian ecosystem. This presentation will focus on the rapid invasion of the cane toad in Australia and the threat of extinction it is bringing to various native Australian animals, fauna and flora. We are going to learn about the invasion of cane toads in Australia and how this is creating a disturbance in the Australian ecosystem. I find this problem quite riveting, so let's leap right in. So how many cane toads can you find in Australia right now? Sugar canes were being eaten by nasty pests, which is why farmers thought of a possible solution that led to the introduction of the cane toad to Australia in 1935. Its arrival into Australia was a big mistake by farmers. How dramatically did the cane toads multiply compared to when they were first introduced? It started out with 102 cane toads and burst into a further 3,000. As years passed, 3,102 cane toads multiplied into 2 billion, with the number ever growing. So what problem does this pose for the Australian ecosystem? Native populations are being attacked by this new and poisonous threat. Native Australian animals are not used to the unknown toxin cane toads produce. This toxin, called bufotenin, is lethal since Australian animals have never encountered a poison like this before. The threat is greatly increased further by the fact that throughout all stages of their lives, cane toads remain poisonous throughout these stages. Predators aiming to eat the eggs of the cane toad or the tadpoles will most likely die. The populations of native Australian animals are declining at a rapid rate, and this poses a great threat to the Australian ecosystem. Why exactly are cane toads in such a speed to spread? When the cane toads were first invading, the rate of their speed increased 10 kilometers with each year until the 1960s. This soon hopped to 40 to 60 kilometers a year, which was a rapid increase in their speed, definitely faster and further than any other frog or toad in the world. Why is this so? This is because with every evolution that the cane toad goes through, stated by Rick Shine, a professor researching about the cane toad, in an interview, the old populations have got relatively short legs and are much less active and tend to meander around. It is because of this that each generation after the old populations increase their speed with their newly evolved legs so as to not be left behind during the invasion. How many eggs do cane toads lay, and how often do they reproduce? Female cane toads can lay up to 2 clutches of eggs a year, laying up to about 8,000 to 35,000 eggs. These eggs can be preyed on by native Australian animals such as the wolf spider and estuarine crocodile. Overall, why should we care about this? The native Australian animals, flora and fauna are being negatively impacted since the arrival of the cane toad. Their populations are declining and the Australian ecosystem is becoming unbalanced. If we don't do something about this now, we could risk the extinction of many native animals, and this can lead to a great imbalance that we will never be able to recover. What can others or we do in order to solve this problem? Researchers can focus on developing an environmentally safe chemical that can focus on repelling cane toads and hopefully drive them away from the areas where most native Australian animals inhabit. People who aren't researchers can join community groups and work with other government groups after gaining permission to do so to slowly corner the cane toad in any way possible. For example, restricting the access cane toads have to sources of water near where they have invaded. Any questions?